Hey everyone and welcome. In the world of cloud development, there's this weird paradox. The more incredible services we get, the more complex things seem to become for our dev teams. So today, we're going to dive into a really powerful strategy to slice right through that complexity. We're talking about architecting golden paths on Google Cloud that can totally transform your developer experience. Let's jump in.
So, as an architect, does this sound at all familiar? You've given your teams this amazing playground full of cloud services, but instead of seeing innovation speed up, you're just seeing frustration. It feels like they're spending more time just trying to figure out the environment than they are actually building the software that moves the business forward. And look, this isn't just some abstract problem. It's a daily reality for a lot of companies.
In this slide, this really just lays out the maze our developers are stuck in. It starts with total choice paralysis. We're talking over 200 services on GCP alone. Then you pile on these long, complex security reviews, different teams using different tools, and what do you get? People reinventing the wheel, writing the same boilerplate code over and over, and a painfully slow onboarding process for any new project. It all just adds up to friction and delay.
But what if we could just pave a road right through the middle of that maze?
Well, that is the big idea behind a concept we call the golden path. It's all about creating a clear, direct, and frankly easy route to getting things done. So what is it exactly? Well, a golden path is an opinionated, fully supported, and well-documented way to build and deploy your software. Think of it as your company's official best way to do a common task. And the goal here is simple. Make the right way, the secure, the compliant, the efficient way, the absolute easiest way for a developer to get their job done. And this comparison, wow, it just says it all, doesn't it? We move away from the maze, which is all about high cognitive load and slow delivery, over to the golden path. Here, complexity is way down, best practices are baked in from the very beginning, and, this is the most important part, your developers can focus all their brainpower on writing unique business logic, not wrestling with boilerplate. The result, a massive acceleration in delivery time.
Okay, so that's the theory. Now let's make it real. Let's see how this actually works with a couple of very common use cases on Google Cloud.
All right, first up, a classic. We're deploying a simple containerized HTTP API. Our tool of choice here is Cloud Run, Google's serverless container platform. This is like the perfect candidate for a golden path.
Now, this table is so key because it shows you that clear separation of concerns. On the left, you've got what the central platform team provides, the guardrails, the accelerators. We're talking starter templates, a standard CI/CD pipeline, and all the security and cost policies already built in. And on the right, that's what the dev team customizes. They can now focus entirely on what makes their service special, the business logic, the application tests, and any fine-tuning they need to do.
And this is the magic. The path isn't just about going fast. It's about building in quality from the start. Security isn't an afterthought. Essential IAM roles and network policies are already there for you. Observability isn't something you tack on later. Logging and monitoring are integrated from day one. And cost management? It's built right in, not bolted on after you get a surprise bill.
Okay, so now let's scale this idea up a bit to something more complex, deploying a microservice on Google Kubernetes Engine, or GKE. If anything qualifies as a potential maze for developers, it's Kubernetes, right? Which makes it a prime candidate for a golden path.
And again, notice that same clear division of labor. The platform team handles all the heavy lifting, spinning up the GKE cluster with Terraform, providing a standard CI/CD pipeline, setting up pre-built monitoring dashboards, the whole shebang. This frees up the developer to focus only on their app's code and config, like the values in their Helm chart or what's in their Docker file. They get all the power of Kubernetes without needing to be a deep expert in it.
And just like our Cloud Run example, this GKA path encodes all those crucial best practices by default. You get standard reliability probes to keep your service up. You get advanced security features like workload identity and binary authorization to make sure only trusted code runs. And you get enforced structured logging, which makes debugging way easier. It's a production-ready service pretty much right out of the box.
Okay, so we can all see how powerful golden paths are. But how do we as architects actually build them so that developers want to use them? Because let's be honest, forcing adoption, that just never works.
So here are 4 principles for success. First, and most importantly, start with the user. Solve a real developer pain point. Don't just push a tool. Second, offer really good defaults. Your path should work for, say, 80% of use cases without any changes. Third, and this one is so critical, allow for escape hatches. Give teams the flexibility to break out and customize when they have a unique need.
And finally, make it discoverable. A great path doesn't matter if nobody knows it exists. Document it and put it somewhere obvious, like in a central developer portal.
This all brings us to the real goal here. Creating these golden paths is about more than just the technology or picking the right tools. It's really about a fundamental shift in your mindset.
It's this, right here. The goal isn't to force people onto your path. It's to make your paved road so compellingly simple and effective that it becomes their favorite way to go. You're not building a cage, you're building a superhighway.
So I'll leave you with this question to think about. In your own organization, are your current processes and platforms acting as roadblocks that slow people down, or are they well-paved highways that help everyone get to their destination faster? Thanks for watching.